This is a direct comparison between Autotuner and KESS3 with an OBD read for a Volkswagen Caddy 2019. Straight in with the Autotuner here. We've chosen Volkswagen. We go down to Caddy, which is 2015 onwards. It's a 102 brake horsepower one we're working on, but I just want to show you how Autotuner sense checks things. So we're deliberately choosing the wrong ECU here. Slide along, go identify. Autotuner's told us it's the wrong one, but it's also told us what the right one is. So that makes it easy for us. So we go back and we choose the correct ECU for the vehicle that we're working on. Choose OBD, identify, and this time, hey presto, we're in. We hit read. Now the EDC17C64, it's only got a virtual read available for it. No tool can read these OBD. So you go read, it's a virtual read from the server. We've renamed the file. Nice thing about Autotuner again, it names the file based on the vehicle that you're working on. So it has said VW Caddy EDC17C64, the BHP version. So all we need to do is just type the registration in front of that before we hit save. And then it's all saved nicely. Okay, files all downloaded. Excellent. Just want to show you something. In the instructions, if you didn't know where the OBD socket is in these, you can click here. It'll show the OBD location. Click on it again. It'll zoom in. So, it's VW Caddy. It's underneath the steering wheel. That's a function that you won't find on KESS3. Also want to show something different. You can either write the tune file or you can write the file directly from the server. So say this one's tuned already. We can simply choose this and it'll put it back to stock. Or quite often it'll have different versions of the file. So there'll be updates or you can even roll backwards. But this particular vehicle, there's only one software version on the server. There's also a data logging function. So I'm just going to start the engine and then hit continue. Nice thing about this is that when you're remapping, you're going to need some facility for data logging, especially if you've got a vehicle that's become problematic after putting a tune on it. So you can go do a third gear pull on the road, do a log. It saves all your logs automatically to the server. I think I've got some here. So here's a Caddy I've done previously. Click on that. And there are the logs from it. So it's a great piece of functionality with Autotuner. Again, KESS3 doesn't have that functionality. Let's go back. And that's it. That's OBD with Autotuner. So we'll hop straight into Alientech KESS3 and we're going to do the same. Pull the scroll bar down until we get to Volkswagen. Obviously there's quicker ways of doing this. There is a search bar. And we're going to choose Caddy. As you can see, each time we select, it narrows down the bottom to what ECU it's going to be. So it's narrowed it down to the ECU. We just click on the power output and continue. Interesting with, just something to mention here, with Autotuner, you just switch the ignition on and do all your work. And once you're finished, you turn the ignition off. With KESS3, it's going to take you through, turn the ignition on, turn the ignition off, turn the ignition on, turn the ignition off. Again, so there's no function to read, so you can only ID. So I'm going to turn the ignition on. And once we've got an ID, what would normally happen is that KESS3 would then download the virtual file just like Autotuner did. I can't show you that function because I don't keep my KESS3 in subscription. And it's a personal thing, but for me, I know Alientech are never going to bring out something that Autotuner hasn't already bought out. And Autotuner has no subscriptions, so I don't see the point in paying for it. I'm just saving the ID to the desktop now, and after this is the point when you would expect to have a VR downloaded. Here you go. Turn the ignition off. There's no functionality to write from the server either. So when you go write, all you can do is write the modified file. You can, yeah. So that's it. That's KESS3.